Hilliard, and the Reverend Maduakor. He's here next on SoCal Prep Report.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
If you're still playing basketball in mid-March, that's a good thing. That means you're having a successful year. And Narbonne has had a very successful basketball season on the boys' side. With us is their head basketball coach in his first year, Anthony Hilliard, and the Reverend Maduakor is here. Eric, we know how to pronounce his name now. The Reverend's here. Coach, congratulations on a breakthrough year at a Narbonne team that won the Marine League Championship.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate very much being here today.
And it is Maduakor. We didn't know how to pronounce your name. We were talking about it last week. This has been a great experience for you in your senior year. Reverend, talk about this season and the chemistry that you had with this Gaucho team.
Well, we came into the season, new coaching staff and all that. And right when he came in, he's been talking about a championship from day one. He's been saying, if you want to be the best, we got to beat the best. And he won the championship last year with Gardena, and he also showed us the ring. And so some motivation, saying if you want one of these, we got to work hard and get through Westchester and Elko. So that's what we've been aiming for this year, and we had a pretty good season.
Anthony, why don't you talk a little bit about his ability? He's 6'5", and I got a chance to see you guys early on, and I was kind of stunned at why more people don't know about him.
Right, yeah, he's a great player. I mean, he's 6'5", he can shoot three-pointer, he can handle the ball, he's also played point guard, so great defender, our leading rebounder.
Free throw attempts against Westchester, they could not guard him.
Right, yeah, off the dribble, he was just, playing his game, and I think he's a very versatile player. I think any college would love to have him.
Right, and you have the greatest name, Reverend. You got to explain for people, how did you get that name, Reverend? That's your real first name.
I honestly don't know. My dad, he's just kind of, unusual, I'll say. Kind of unusual. He just likes to give people weird names.
We changed it a little bit because we put a "the" in front of him. Yeah. He's not Reverend anymore, he's the Reverend.
The Reverend.
Your team lost in the semifinals to Westchester, who then went ahead and lost in the championship against El Camino. That experience to come so close against Westchester, what did that mean to the program at Narbonne?
Well, I just definitely think the mindset of the kids playing against Westchester, great environment like LA Southwest, just the kids' mindset going for the future, knowing that they can play against a team like Westchester, who's everybody knows is a great team, great coaches have. I just think the kids' mindset will be elevated going further and going into state for this week.
And you are going to be playing in the state. I want to ask the Reverend, how did you get to the free throw line 19 times against an Edison team? And when you talk about Westchester, historically, they have great defensive teams, and it's tough to do that. How did you get to the line that frequently?
Well, that game, I just knew that I had to come and show what I can do. So I just kept on blowing by my defender, and then every time I'll just draw contact and just get to the line.
Right, it's important to make free throws too. So
yeah.
Let's talk about preparing for state, because you guys were off all last week, and now you got to get ready to play immediately. What have you done to try and keep your team somewhat ready to begin?
Right, well, we took off Monday and Tuesday, and then we went hard, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the rest of the week. So definitely been, staying prepared, getting ready for state. We don't know who we play yet, but definitely working on free throws all week so we can be prepared for state, because you got to make free throws, as we saw yesterday in the El Camino Westchester championship game. Free throws are a big part, key to the game, so definitely have to keep working on our free throw shooting.
I want to find out what makes you tick as a coach and why you bought into his system. Obviously, you're doing something right. You were Gardena last year, they won a lower division championship. You come over to Narbonne, you get them over the top in the Marine League, and you make them very competitive all the way into the semifinals in the city section and on to the state tournament. Why are you so successful?
I just think changing the mindset of the kids, getting them to believe that they can be winners and believe that they can compete at the highest level. And I think that's the key with any coaches. You have to, get the kids to believe really what you're the goal that you're trying to set as a coach. And I told them from day one that we can be champions. So when I come in from the very day one, this is the ultimate goal, to play in the last game of the season. So that's what I try to put into the
You also wear a
kids.
suit and tie. You're different than all these other people who show up with their Nike outfits. Who's your tailor? How many suits do you have? You guys make comments about his suits?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Well, why did you buy into his system? What
Wait a
about
minute, I want to hear about the suits here.
Forget, I can see you dress well. I mean, forget wardrobe for a moment. Why did you buy into his system?
Like you said, he won a championship at Gardena, so he already knew what a championship team was and what it takes to get to the championship. So that's why I bought into a system.
Elijah Asante has been on the show a lot, and he loves to wear suits, and he's got people sponsoring him, tailors. So how many suits do you wear? Because I've seen you with several different suits.
Yeah, I have a lot of different suits. Well, I also coached. I was a college coach before at Cal State San Bernardino. That was my first job out of college, so dressing professionally was definitely part.
Yeah, well, I think that's important because it sets a really good tone for everybody to understand that it's important to be professional and stuff. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it, because you don't see not too many LACD coaches wearing suits like he does, so I like it.
Right.
And you guys believe that you're a threat in the state tournament. I know there's the big guys out there from the southern section, and obviously the Westchesters of the world. I mean, there's some great teams out there in El Camino Real, but you truly believe you guys can do well in the tournament because you played Westchester so tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And we played a lot of tough teams early. I mean, we played Compton, we played Bishop Montgomery twice, we played Calabasas, who's also still playing, and Long Beach Poly. So we've been tested against the tough teams early. That's why I believe in playing a tough early schedule so you can get ready for this time of year.
And I would imagine you embrace the moment. This has got to be exciting in your senior season. Getting the opportunity, Reverend, to play in the state tournament.
Yes, that's a very big opportunity, I never thought something like this could come to a guy like me. I just kept working and bought into a system, and, here we are.
What's next for the Narbonne program? What's the next step, Coach?
Well, we're definitely trying to get back to the championship next year. I don't feel like we accomplished our goal this year, winning the city championship, so we definitely want to come right back next year. And this year, we're just focusing on trying to win the state championship. Since we didn't get our city was our goal first, we had to change the goal. And now the state championship will be the goal for the rest of this season.
Reverend, I know you don't have a college choice yet. You want to play college basketball. That's it. That's in the back of your mind, right?
Yes.
Well, we wish you luck with any of the selections. I know a lot of the schools in the area are looking at you, a lot of the Big West schools and WCC schools. Narbonne basketball, certainly on the map. Anthony Hilliard, the Reverend, you know how to pronounce his name? Maduakor. Great year for the Geysers. We'll have more right after this on SoCal Prep Report.